Have you ever pondered why the wealth gap between black and white Americans is so wide? There's more than meets the eye to this disparity. It's about systematic inequality, deeply ingrained in the fabric of America. The roots of this inequality stretch back to centuries of racial discrimination and oppression, including the harsh realities of slavery and the enduring effects of Jim Crow laws. To truly comprehend the breadth of this issue, we must first delve into the past. The birth of the wealth gap can be traced back to the era of slavery. As we journey through history, we find that the roots of economic disparity were sown during the times when African Americans were enslaved. Slavery denied them the basic right to accumulate wealth for their generations, a right that was readily available to their white counterparts. Following the end of slavery, the Jim Crow era further deepened this divide. This period was characterized by discriminatory practices that systematically disadvantaged the African American community. These practices were not just social, but also economic, impeding African Americans from achieving financial prosperity and thereby widening the wealth gap. The journey doesn't end there. Moving forward to the era of redlining and housing discrimination, we see another mechanism that hindered the economic upliftment of African Americans. These practices were designed to limit their access to housing and, by extension, to wealth. The impact of this is far-reaching, as housing is a significant contributor to a person's wealth. Fast forward to the present day, and we see that systemic racism continues to persist. It's not just a historical problem, but a present one too. It continues to shape the economic landscape of black and white America, perpetuating the wealth gap. The repercussions of these historical injustices are still felt today, and they have shaped the economic landscape of black and white America. The consequences of centuries of injustice have resulted in a severe wealth gap between black and white Americans today. This is no accident, nor is it the result of isolated incidents. It's a gaping divide that's been carved out by systemic racism and inequality deeply rooted in American history. In the present day, we see this disparity manifesting in various aspects of life. Income disparities, for instance, are stark. On average, black Americans earn significantly less than their white counterparts. Homeownership, a key aspect of wealth accumulation, also shows a stark contrast. Black Americans have lower homeownership rates, which significantly impacts their ability to generate wealth. Access to quality education, another crucial factor in economic mobility, is also skewed. These disparities are not mere coincidences. They are the products of a system that has perpetuated racial inequality for centuries. Understanding the origins of this wealth gap is the first step to dismantling systemic racism and promoting equality.